somebody like the controller of budget, that is Agnes Odhiambo,
Agnes.
who's supposed to be knowing how every single coin is spent, is clearly saying that this is not, evident. I'm not aware of this. So there are possibilities that maybe the bosses at some point in time could be innocent. In the event of the case, should we then say that maybe there's some level of battleground being prepared for 2022 politics on this? Because then again, the coming in of Deputy President William Ruto also speaks volumes.
There's politics in everything. Not even in the county government, even most of this private organization where people are. But the most important issue here is the political temperature at our country has really calmed down, and that's the reason why some of these issues are being dealt with holistically. Considering now Raila was a serious opposition leader and Uhuru was now taking the mantle, this issue of Kiambu County could have not come into play. You remember even when the national government had issues with the governor of Mombasa, the opposition could come, you are targeting our people. Yeah, and if Raila also raised issues about Kiambu County today, it could be now you are targeting my county. So what we have to praise is that the handshake has certainly brought the political temperature to go down, and we can now look, we as Kenyans, we can look at our counties and our national government with our naked eyes and see no evil, see evils wherever they are. Before we were seeing no evil, hear no evil, talk no evil. But as per now, if an issue of Kiambu County, and you look at it, when the Senate brought issues to do with Kiambu County, for example, everybody, including the residents of Kiambu County, they were raising issues. But if Raila Odinga in the opposition could have brought issues in the Kiambu County now, it could be now all the guns could have been fired to him. So this is a best opportunity to address some of these issues now. But looking at it also, I remember when Kabogo had the same problems. That they will say when they went for Pharisees, you say those are not us, they are Pharisees. When they went for Judas, you say those are Judas, they are not us. Now when they came for you, you started crying, who come for help? When the system, the same system that Waititu is today crying of, when they went for Waititu, they went for Kabogo, he was happy because the system was for him. Now the same system is against him, because for truth be said, you look at Kabogo, he was even shocked. Yeah. When looking at those figures, yeah. He was so shocked that these things are existing in my budget. And looking at the budget processing process in the county level, I don't think such could have passed without even our MCs seeing those ones. Yeah. So we can't run away from the politics that is there. But politics it may be, but the money have also been spent. Because it's mentioned some of these governors, like for example, if you look at even the Migori County, look at Migori County, the governor who was just a board chair for sugarcane farmers there. Today, look at the house he has built within that 5 years. You ask yourself, if you could not build this one when you are at that level, how have we managed this within? In fact, it was within 3 years of him being in leadership. Kabogo, Waititu there's allegation that he has bought some 3 houses worth billions. Where has he gotten all those money? So it is true there are politics, but the politics is so hidden that cannot be so seen. As per the corrupt cases they are having currently.
Before Ayub comes in, I think Kenyans have gone to a point whereby we are done and we are tired of this naming and shaming aspect of it, in as much as we'd want to celebrate the handshake. The only way we get to celebrate it, if at all, it's to ensure that we're happy about it. Then it has to be at a point whereby we have officially dealt with the question of corruption as expected. They have promised that this is going to happen. But when we're talking about the handshake having bring some level of political sanity in the country, and now we are able to pinpoint and name some of these issues as to corruption without people coming and saying that you're targeting our very own. I mean, it would be absurd to just mention and fail to get convictions, fail to get, of course, recovery of funds. And today, as it stands, there's a case that has been highlighted on the Kidero case there. And I don't know what the court say. I guess it's page 1, 2, 3, or 4 of the Daily Nation. And the question would be then, are we going to see these governors coming into the docks and clearly getting away with it, as has always been the norm, in as much as maybe we would want to celebrate that the handshake is bringing sanity and is actually addressing the question of corruption? Are we really likely to get these perpetrators facing the law and, getting what they deserve as to the wrongs that they have committed?
You see, our court system, on even justice, our justice process is so elaborate and so exhaustive. So that's the reason why some of these things, you might blame the judiciary, but the process of actually for one to be criminalized, it is an elaborate process.
Yeah.
You know, you can't deny somebody bail, yet it's provided in the Constitution. You can't deny somebody for proper investigation because it has been provided in the Constitution. So what we really ask is, are we able to now to change our justice system? Because there's some, I think in Rwanda, or you are guilty until proved innocent.
Yeah.
As you are innocent until proven guilty. The process of you being proven guilty is a long process, and it involves a lot of work. So by all means, it's so difficult sometimes to question the judiciary. Are they taking the right? Even in terms of bail, there is even procedures that this amount of money is this amount of bail. Yeah. So you still even 10 million. You're told the only amount of bail you can be charged is 500,000.
Which is not
a clear indication that we are not going anywhere with fighting against corruption.
We are not going anywhere.
Right.
And perhaps all this pressure that continues to pile up on the judiciary, the third arm of the government that was sandwiched amid accusations by all stakeholders during the 2018 State of, that Bomas of Kenya Anti-Corruption Summit. But there are also calls for the county governors to be, or the county governments to be self-reliant by enlarging their collection of revenue bases. But equally, there are also concerns about how the county cash is spent in billions on state projects. If our director can put up this on the screen for us so that we can take a look at some of them. Yes, here we go. And we can go down as per some of the major projects that have been bankrolled by county governors. The Auditor General's report exposed Kakamega, Kitui, Nyeri, Kirinyaga counties for spending hundreds of millions of shillings on functions over the LAC jurisdictions. Kakamega paid 111.6 million towards the Kenya South Sudan Advisory Services, while in Kitui, more than 120 million Kenya shillings went to East African affairs. In Nyeri County, 138 million was spent on the railway development, 213 million on the government chemist, and 1.9 million on free primary education. While Laikipia County, 344 million was spent on the statistical information services. The four counties of Kiambu, whose Governor Ferdinand Waititu last week was put on the spot by the Senate County Public Accounts Committee, investment over 2.1 billion Kenya shillings audit query that includes questionable payments for functions performed by the national government. Yesterday, of course, we also heard from Governor Mike Sonko, who said that he is being targeted on the next page. Coming to you then, Paul Adede, on this important note, is there undue external influence by the county, by the national government on the counties? Because when you take a look at East African affairs, there's a cabinet secretary in charge of that, and a budget to undertake that responsibility. Equally, the South Sudan Kenya Advisory Services, we have no jurisdiction unless as a country then we remain to be a member of the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD. It's beyond our jurisdictions. And going by the report, there are cases of clear money that was channeled to the wrong projects and wrong processes. Therefore, is the national government also piling unnecessary pressure on the county governors to heed, or the county governments, and is that the reason why we're witnessing this unravel before our very own eyes, in the sense that it might have that blind spot on the face of devolution in the country?
You see, that's the reason why some of us will champion for the minister for cabinet secretary for devolution, Eugene Amala, also to come out and give a press statement on these erroneous and budget that the county government are also trying to give to the county citizens. Because you wonder, why should a county government have a budget for Southern Sudan peace? Even as a country, I only know Kalonzo Musyoka, who is representing the country under that.
Special envoy.
Yeah, but looking at it also, even the governors are unaware of these things. They are not aware of this kind of spendings. So maybe there's a mixed up at the COB, or at the Auditor General's office, or it's them now to come out and tell us. And I see even the Senate is not getting it right. They are the same Auditor General's office which did audit in Kiambu County. It's the same officer they're sending back to in the next 14 days or 45 days to do the same thing. I expected them to now bring another independent auditor like Deloitte or KPMG to also go do that audit, because I don't expect them to do something different for what they did. So there are a lot of questions, and it's the national government. But the national government came out through Nzoka Mwita and said there's no any cost sharing, or there's no state function that are being done at the county level.
County governors.
Yeah, so the state house has spoken. So the person who we should question about this is the COB, the COB, controller of budget, and the Auditor General, and the governors themselves. And then they come clear, they explain themselves where the expenditure is coming from.